scoreline. Don't think of it as a best of 5. This is just a nice little reset. It's only sunset in front of you because especially for Shopify Rebellion side, they've got to come out the gate swinging. We've got to have Noya playing with full confidence. And Ender mentioned he wants to see Chamber up in front of this Viper utility. That's exactly what Noya is going to have to do. But you can see that at Shopify, they're going to go back to what the beginning portions of their defense game plan was the last time around on Sunset. It's Noya trying to control and get an opening pick towards this B main. Sage slow, makes her push and take that TP.
And this is when I will bring up the conversation about the repeatable success on something that starts getting red. For now, Liquid are going to be in towards that B site. Noya backside, going to be stunned up, can't survive. Jelly making it look too easy. An assassination on Noya and a categoric and clinical force back on the site. Plants in, 5v4.
And Dodo Nut is just low HP. She had to kind of linger around, wait for Alexis to arrive with that heal. And now Shopify, they're just counting down, seeing exactly what utility they have left. It's got to be off the back of Sarah's eye here.
And it's close, and there's the slide. Not bad. Good trades with Biazera. Still unforced away is Dodo Nut. Actually the one to look a little bit more deadly, but Daikie's waiting on the drop. Back of the hand to Mel's face there. This is just Dodo Nut to try and decipher this post-plant fast to it, still doing it. Dodo Nut.
Are you kidding me
the
right
time
now?
even on this one? You can't even stop. I mean...
Does she have time?
I mean, that was close. I don't think she's got the time.
Oh, my!
What is that? I'm sorry I doubted you. A Red Bull clutch like that is unreal.
And I feel like everyone on Shopify were holding their breath except for Dodo Nut. She looked so cool and confident in that camera on her POV. But man, what a round to win. What a retake coming out for Shopify. Team Liquid had everything they needed to make this post plant work. Bizarra putting in those hours. But Dodo Nut, man, these shots that she landed, look at her.
Yeah.
Nothing is phasing her.
Doesn't even look, doesn't even watch. Chilling.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's wild. Oh, man, you got to be pumped up from that. Jelly, though, going to instantly try and quell that sort of confidence, right? Bring it right back into heal. Ooh, naughty TP. Mel's surely heard that. Got to be called out, but Sarah here going to find 2. There is a little bit of danger, but, I mean, Dodo Nut, are we getting that rolled back version of Dodo Nut almost, right? That fiery version. Oh, I think we are. She's on 7.
And just the same reaction as well. That celebratory, cool aura coming out for Dodo Nut, already the ultimate online. And now Dodo Nut, she's got a lot of decisions to make. I mean, she can have so many options at her table. Huge double kill for Sarah. And again, this willingness to get in there, ride or die, slide in there and get involved. You love to see it from Dodo Nut.
And I'm so happy to see an ult coming through this early as well for either side. So we feel like these bonuses, they become so much different when you can invest those ultimates. Again, gets to spread the wealth, hand over a previous weapon. So for Liquid, I think they've got to be a little bit careful now, not to let Dodo Nut get the ball rolling. Because I thought it was like a generational game she played before. And we've seen what Shopify look like here. Something like Noya doing okay, and then there's that drop-off of like form there, a little bit of, diminishing returns. Liquid look good, though, on this map. I like Liquid here. So if this is going to be Dodo Nut on display at Mel,
Spike down,
I hit the shot.
That was with the Bulldog ADS long-range drive. We'll take it if you're Shopify. No trade in sight for Liquid, and that's an initiator down with a double sentinel setup. On the attack side, makes things much more difficult. But with this Viper in play, Issa able to cut the line, cut the site in half, trying to bait out the shot of Noya. You can see Liquid, they know.
Whoa! What? My wrist is sore, and I'm only watching. How she snapped like that? Oh, Liquid are down to 3. They're just trying to scale towards the site. I mean, Noya, you can't ignore him. I mean, Noya, I like the ambition, but now there's going to be this coming in. That's where it gets sketchy. This is the one that can outweigh. Snap back. Dodo Nut goes down. And Issa was excellent on bind. Really, really good. Gonna spot Mel. You can kind of work out where Alexis is. You're starting to put it together. Trying to get ahead of it, though. This is nice. But Mel now needs some support here. Needs Alexis to get a bit closer here. You don't allow an isolated 1v1. And they don't. Mel there to finish it off. But man, what was that shot from Noya? I'm looking for this replay real quick. Like, I know it's on Alexis right now, but it's going to get there. What the hell was that second shot?
Let's take a look at it. I mean,
don't
Shopify.
This.
1, 2.
That filthy.
Oh, and these follow-ups from Jujina, it was enough, it seemed like it, but Dodo Nut with that ultimate on the bonus round, just showing up and arriving.
Nice round, Mel. Let's go.
And you love to see it, especially considering Shopify lost a 9-3 lead in that last map. Definitely a deflator on the momentum side of things. So it's good to see them. Loosey-goosey, Jelly.
Yeah.
Oh, she had that.
Never safe though against someone like Jelly if they get the ball rolling. Issa goes down though. Saw that chip down to the start. Jump scare coming out of that wall though. Shut down Shopify. Where has this come from?
Dominant. All 5 members of Shopify staying alive, collecting the money, collecting the ult orbs as well. Dodo Nut top fragging.
9-1. Mel 5-1. They're firing on all cylinders.
They absolutely are. Team Liquid, they want to stop the bleeding. I mean, and they should. They really should, because right now, Shopify, not only are they just beaming with money, they can hot potato this off. I mean, when you look at this comp of SRG, it could be Dodo Nut with that sniper, Noya, Alexis on top of a wall. It could even be the Omen going for some weird top of the sage wall type plays.
True.
So many cooks with this composition on this side, but Team Liquid, they should be okay. They've got the better comp in my eyes with this Viper in their back pocket, especially on the attack side of things. They really should be able to slow things down now. I mean, it's been SRG just holding down the fort on either side, and Liquid haven't been able to find any picks. I mean, we even saw Mel with a Bulldog dry in mid, right?
Mid, yeah.
So really,
Ridiculous.
Liquid, they just haven't really played this attack side yet. They've got to slow things down and have a reset for themselves.
I think they can get that. They've got the snowball round on the horizon, 2 away from Biazera's ult, 1 away from Daiki's, 2 away from Jelly's. They're going to have that nice round in hand. Not for this one, but, hopefully if they pick this up and stabilize a bit, they should be good. I am seeing an operator out for Noya, so that's quite nice and early for her. Again, though, are we getting a classic Mel performance alongside Dodo Nut at 9-1? But it doesn't feel like the scoreline even matters when it comes to Liquid. Again, we saw it in just that map gone. You can never write them out, no matter the score. Watching this here, having a little bit of a reset of tempo, a lot more emphasis towards middle this time.
Yeah, that market door getting closed by Alexis, and she's just repositioning. Now it's up to Liquid to go ahead and break that door. You can see Issa's just breaking utility forward.
Dodo Nut is getting up
ready
close.
for it though.
Yeah, really heads up work from Issa. Very competent. There could have been a push up, pre-aim on point. Now Noya next to get checked. The outrun should send her away here. Standing her ground for quite some time. It's Mel on the trade out in middle, getting messy here. And audacious work from Noya, doesn't get picked, which is quite surprising. Honestly, I thought she'd be dead to rights, but no.
She's getting pinched though right now. She does get backup from Alexis, gets back on the line, but unfortunately she misses.
Yeah, now down to the final 2. It's messy.
Oh
It's not
my.
landing, man. Where have these shots just gone? Suddenly Liquid given the VIP access. Sight's all theirs. First round they've been able to break through, and they do it with what felt like ease.
Definitely with ease. It turned out that way anyway. I mean, I did love the confidence coming out for Shopify. Noya holding her ground. Dodo Nut looking for an aggressive forward peak. But all of their plans, all of their gimmicks do not work out. I mean, even Noya standing in B main, even though she's getting owl droned. I mean, I like it. I like the risk. She just didn't land any of the shots.
I know, that's the funny part, isn't it? Because, again, you kind of need a player once in a while to back themselves, to call up their own number, go for those almost overly confident plays. That time didn't work out, that's fine, but that's quite indicative of maybe what's happened in between that previous map and this. Take higher risks, take a chance, be aggressive, back yourself, go for the fights. And again, these late reclears from Noya, this time rewarded.
Yeah, she is not backing down. It doesn't matter if she missed her shots last round. That confidence beaming through, rewarded for it. And Mel, this smoke should be disappearing in a couple seconds here. Oh, what a huge equalizer from Issa.
Issa's actually really coming online. The deeper they get into this best of 5, she's finding more and more value. Mel decided to get out of there, but the problem is Jelly's close. Jelly is really close. Slides in, takes away Mel, and leaves us looking very vulnerable. Dodo Nut could be surrounded here.
All by her lonesome. She does have a full kit, though, in a power position, and because she's got so much control, her teammates can take their time, but that Viper's Pit...
Oh, that cuts it off, man. Do you just go in? Do you risk it? Because there's going to be a point that they start considering it now. The L drone's up, patrolling the pit. Jelly already watching this way. These are similar things. Watching for this final corner. If anyone tries to make it in, slipping in. Issa watching, she knew it. She was fully aware of it, pinged out for it. But Neuer removes it, drops the pit. Back to a 2v3 here. Piazera holds the angle, no trades. Liquid, stability made.
Wow, Bizarra having some sort of plot armor right there.
Yeah.
Definitely looked like Alexis had enough to take her out, but my goodness, just staying alive. And that was off the back of this opening pick for Neuer as well. But Issa, I mean, we've been talking about her all series long. Just the timing that she's finding these lurk kills. The equalizers giving Team Liquid a consistent chance back into things. And Bizarra is just able to close things out. That was definitely a defense that SRG had opportunities in. I mean, we talked about Dodo Nut being ready positionally. That Viper's pit. Oh, here's the play, Lauren. Sage wall up.
Oh, look at this. It won't get rewarded. That's almost the sad factor of it, but it is what it is. I like that.
We have to see that again from Shopify later in this half. I hope so. Gonna keep my eye on that one. Alexis repositioning, and hey, all 5 members of Shopify, they are here. A blind in the back pocket of Mel.
I mean, you're trying to make something happen with very little. This should be another good round for Liquid to build towards. Hello again. Neuer gonna catch Issa, who's been instrumental in some of these rounds coming through. Paranoia ready though, that looks good. Looks on the line. Should be a good stall out. Where's Neuer finding Daiki? Wait, Georgina tries to get involved now. Where's the trade? There it is. Alexis back through, diving forward. Jelly gets into the action. Down to 2v2. Neuer, the one with the overkill on the weaponry, but couldn't even bring it in. And now it's all gone wrong. Shopify put so much behind it and walk away with nothing.
And they had everything they needed. Such huge kills for Neuer. You love the patience, and she gets rewarded for it, but the aggression, Jelly showing up and doubling up to flip the site and press the issue towards that spawn. You gotta love the fundamentals as well. I mean, we saw Georgina holding out that blind that entire time, and as soon as she gets that Q, as soon as Mel releases hers, just trading blind for blind.
Yeah, they know what they're doing here, and again, in this timeout, I really want to bring attention to Issa, who's slowly built into such a scary player. Yes, you can look at Daiki as having that voice in the team. Yes, you can look at Jelly being explosive. You've seen Georgina having her moments, Piazera as well. But Issa has quietly been one of the most instrumental players in the stall. The impact she's having is outstanding. Credit to her on that. This has to be a good reaction from Shopify. As much as we can talk about it, and maybe as players you try not to think about it, part of you knows you're now back to the wall. Part of you knows that round by round, it makes a big difference. You can't let it slip. You can't even have a good half and think you're safe. We know that Liquid want this more than anything. This isn't just a normal final. This is revenge. They lost on home soil. They don't want that ever to have that feeling again.
Redemption time indeed. And right now, Liquid, after this timeout, a lot of decisions to make. Daiki's got that res in her back pocket, so you can expect Liquid will have no problem finding skirmishes, making things chaotic. All 4 members very much grouped towards this B main.
Oh, we're going for a biff. We're going for a brawl. It's going to get messy from the very word go. Prowler connects. They got to know now. Neuer, get your gun out.
Oh, no.
Late to the party, mate. Jelly going to make it look too easy, too simple. Little out of sorts there. That was a big investment on Neuer.
Yeah, that all drone kind of making Neuer react with a deer in the headlights type moment. That Viper's wall cutting off behind her, utility behind her feet as well. Decides to take a risk, not TP, and gets punished for it. Now Mel with the high ground. Definitely a chance to find herself an equalizer, but Team Liquid are doing so well. Just cutting noise, trying to punish any sort of re-aggress. Oh, but the little feetsies.
Steps heard. Prepare yourself, Mel. How much have you got here? Not enough.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely outdone. And look at this, the toying with the meal at the end of the day. It's only Sarah. We are seeing Liquid coming into their own here, taking really matters into their own hands and closing the score. Sarah left with just a haunt in hand. Smoke coming up. Crowd feeling the change of tempo. They know what's happening. Some part of Shopify has to know as well.
Yeah, and Sarah now is just rethinking things, thinking no one's gonna give me a pick. But she's still lingering around. She feels like she's got to at least get some damage, maybe an ult orb for herself. But Liquid are so disciplined, not giving her any sort of chances in that one. And that was just so simple. I mean, it wasn't Aldrone that got this opening. We see it here, Noya with that operator in hand. And just the crosshair displacement, the togetherness coming out here for Liquid. I mean, 5v4, Jelly's there in the market area, just using her speed to full advantage and making Mel's life so difficult.
This looks like the turning of the guard. Look at these rounds, 4 back-to-back. Timeout came in from FEs. They didn't find the solution they needed. But up we go. Oh! Catching one off guard. And there's going to be a recovered rifle and a reinvestment of the res. They're putting a lot of faith behind this. They're putting a lot invested to this. And hello, Daiki, and goodbye. Sarah waiting and watching. The spike still towards A. Noya's the one to feel the pinch here. She's in trouble.
One enemy remaining.
Huge gimmick plays coming out here for Shopify, able to make things work. Beautiful trades for Sarah as well. A broken buy and a MasterCard thrifty for Shopify, all off the back of that Sage Wall play. You'll love to see it.
Look, the Paper X fans around the world always love a bit of this one. Up and over. But it still took the rest of the team to make sure no one slipped the net, right? Sarah catching a couple of kills, Noya holding the other side of the map. Because Liquid is still knocking at that door. They still have finances. They still have ults. They still have a lot to bring in here. Buy back in play for Shopify, though.
And Noya trying once again to try to find that A main pick. Operator in the back of her hand, instead of going short A, she's going to try to get some ground towards that long A area. It'll be Issa versus Noya, and Donut does well to slip away, reset. Market door getting closed.
That's Aldrone burnt early here, too. One of those fact-finding key tools. So it's going to be a little bit harder to land on the site, but Mel playing really close to this.
Look at Issa versus Noya over there at A main. Both players just kind of getting past each other. Noya gets the best of Issa this time.
Yeah, brutal battle. Biazera going to be feeling the pinch over towards tiles. And now you can see the Shopify happy to prod a little bit, poke a little bit towards middle. Can't overstay, can't overdo it. And once that wall does decay, they need to have a good idea in their mind that that becomes available.
Yeah, Alexis should have a pretty good idea of when her wall is going to be going back down. I love this call coming out for Liquid. They got to make this entry count. Find an equalizer, huge utility from Shopify.
Jelly isolated on her own and falls, no support. And the TP was a wild go for 3v2, not gonna happen. Mel locks it down for Market. A 6-4 Shopify finding a little bit of that magic themselves now.
And they're creating their own magic, right? I mean, Sarah, she was so committed to this flood, just going all in for that Omen ultimate as well. Things looked dicey, but it's her squad showing up. Mel just ponging to the ping perfectly through that market. And the utility, once again, for the defenders. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, that little slow off of Alexis, isolating Jelly, making it that little bit more manageable, bite size. They've read the pop right, but this time, Noya, are you ready? You got more than one. It's not just Issa. You got the squad of Liquid coming your way. Big Tim found, and Issa finally getting checkmated. Daiki, oh, how done! Shopify with a gear switch here, shifting up. Jelly, Biazera, and Georgina having to pump the brakes a little, try and rework the map.
And Liquid right now, they're talking to each other about the fact that 3 rounds in a row now, Chamber has been able to get away with murder towards this A. No trades in sight. And at least this time, you can see the adjustment coming out for Issa, the wall towards that mid. She's down right now, so she's not going to be able to proc it up, but I do like the change. Donut. Oh, she just barely caught a glimpse.
Yeah, that was like a pixel just crossing towards that smoke. Reinforcing the wall, stun. Gonna push Sarah away, but she has help. And Market doesn't feel comfortable either, even with that smoke, because of Alexis' position. Maybe that nice crossfire made with Mel. It's really hard for Jelly. Trying to toy with the audio cues, but again, the numbers just so good. And Mel's composure locked in. Donut on the spray. Maybe a little too much. Okay, well, no, not again.
Whoa.
What are we doing? Calm it down. Calm it down. Again, we've learned this lesson. For Shopify, you can't give chance to Liquid. 4 rounds is more than they had in the last map. And they still got one to play for here. Don't think it is secure yet.
Cannot get comfortable, cannot afford it. Again, Noya is just unstoppable right now with that operator. I mean, Liquid, they got to be talking to each other about it. They've got to bring Bizarra's utility over to try to handle and slow things down. But as soon as I say that, SRG staying dynamic, and now Noya is going for a mid pick.
Noya looking to try and get involved, this time looking towards tiles. Let's see if they try and scale that side. No one did, but it's a double stack over towards A as well. Keeping good space on this. They force that out drone early again. Do they try and do it through that one way? Yes. Mel, gonna have to back away.
Sarah feels good. She's got the Fade ultimate in her back pocket. An early sees, but wants to make sure nobody from Liquid can follow that out drone.
Yeah, they've denied that approach, right? That feels like door shut. Okay, where else do we go? Double operator out. Didn't even see it with Dodonut. We're seeing it there. Look at it. That angle locked down the rest of the map. But what a shot from Jelly. A gift from the gods to create a chance. Top mid open, but they don't have B main access. They don't have A main access. Do they go market? Do they go top middle? These are the conundrums Shopify has to work out. Liquid have a chance to paint this board however they feel. Paranoia comes in, catches, good. Nice stall. Slow down, Donut finally rattles off the shot. They didn't know about it. Now they do. Alexis controls the space as well, as Liquid being herded here.
And Issa's gonna regroup with the rest of her squad.
30 seconds
Liquid, plenty of time to re-wrap back towards A, and they definitely have a gap, and you can see that's exactly where they want to go. Right now, Sarah, she can't do anything, but at least for Shopify, they'll be A-okay with this. They've got every tool they need to make this retake work.
And I like they're leaving Issa here, right? You've got to take a risk on something like this. She's going to be left just a little bit out of sync with the others. Keep that space, keep some security, buy some time. And the more she hears nothing, the more they can feel confident there is a flank coming in. Position for it, prepare for it. But Sarah's ult is a problem, as is Donuts. Away we go, that will catch minimum 2. But they're still there, shouldering the corner. Great trades. Bizarra digging deeper, gets taken down. But it's down to Issa, who has been monumental on the other side. Alexis and Mel, the classic duo. The two have played together so long, but how can you checkmate that? Util in, they go for the fight. Issa backs away, 8 bullets, can't do it! Time will be on their side. Shopify get to keep their lead going into the second half. This has been a damn close affair.
So many defuses this half have come down to the wire, and you love to see that aggression coming out from Alexis. Shopify needed her to step up, and she absolutely did.
This is what it comes down to. This is what it's about. 8-4. Don't write Liquid out. They've come back from bigger odds.
Last player standing.
Let's go, guys. Woo, you guys got mommy 8.
Okay, 8-4. Coinbase Econ report here. Look straight towards Donut. I mean, their impact initially was outstanding. Big performance upswing from her. Still at the top of the board as well. Big damage, big upswing, tick in the box. But it wasn't a singular effort. It was everyone finding their form when needed. On the other side, Bizarra, nasty with it. Issa kept up toe-to-toe with dealing with Noya on that chamber. Again, though, don't write them out. It was 9-3 on the half in bind. A4 is not impossible, right?
Definitely not impossible. Definitely not impossible, especially considering how Shopify looked so shaky the last time they swapped over to this attack side. We're looking at Noya to be able to work the map and gain control towards this A main. It has to be either Noya or it has to be Alexis. One of these Sentinels need to be able to control this extremity.
Loving the signs as well. Poor old Roy's sweating bullets out there. But yes, you are spot on. Let's see if this comes into effect. 8-4. This pistol means a lot, right? This does mean a great deal.
It really does, and this wall coming out from Itza is definitely a newer wall. I don't think Shopify are going to be as used to it. Generally, you are used to seeing that cutting off this entire mid line. You can see Alexis doesn't want to mess with it just in case there's any sort of aggression. Sitting back and holding the fort. Noya's entire job and focus in this mid is going to be to try to draw out some utility, potentially even knife away at this wall and break it.
Yeah, I love that little ready spot, but actually Shopify seem like they kind of know that chance now is there, that someone could be on that ticket booth up by 10s.
Yeah, they're just going to leave Noya here, and she's got that get out of jail free card, so I wouldn't be surprised if she starts making some noise, letting them know that she's in the area, but she's just waiting for an opening pick. Almost gets it on Jelly as well.
Yeah, Jelly's got to be careful. That was a really wide jump spot there. That could have been a problem. Not the case. And the three players from Shopify continue their pathing towards A. Jelly waiting. Noya looking to catch the cross, but the drop of the wall is a problem. Yeah, she takes the evacuation card, gets out of there.
Alexis is being so patient towards mid though, regrouping with Noya, and they're ready for this punish.
It plays in Sarah, who's over towards tiles. They can't be safe from them all. A mid-crunch, heaven sent. And that is a gift that you don't often get.
You certainly don't. The push-pull coming out for Shopify here was fantastic, and now Noya low HP, but the utility coming out for Sarah is just perfect.
What does Daiki do? Tries to do what she can. Not enough to be done. Sarah's positioning through tiles could not have been better timed. That re-clear with Alexis and Noya at the bottom middle. I like that Liquid tried to get proactive, but man, that just felt like such a fortunate piece of timing.
The timing was everything indeed. I like the plan from Shopify as well. Both teams coming out with their I's dotted and their T's crossed, but Alexis, she was so damn patient outside B. It seems like Shopify, that's going to be the name of their game right now. Not allowing Liquid to re-aggress. They were always going to be ready for it that round. I want to see if that's how they approach this low buy. Noya's going to try to linger around in B. And this is how they started their defense as well. Noya towards B and the attack side, Noya towards B.
Simple stuff. They don't need to rush this one. You want to try and find out where this team is, if they've gone for a stack. Look, this Shopify on occasion have done weird contact plays up against a very light buy, and I hated it. This time, I don't think you can even consider taking that chance. So, got the contact on the Prowler. There was a little bit of a bite to that. So, already you can see the reaction coming out from Jellies to sit a bit deeper. But again, Noya going to show on the other side. Spots out, I think, Issa. Not going to get much more yet. But Noya, on a fact-finding mission, she can take a couple more steps. Have a little bit of a further look. Again, not the end of the world if she goes down here. Does only have the Ghost, so she's the one who can go on these exploration missions.
Just slowly dissecting. I love how aware Noya is being. Not... It's all good. She goes 1 for 1 and gets an ult orb for Shopify. That's exactly what they want to hear. Speed things up. Jelly, I like this timing.
Oh, it's just gorgeous from Jelly to find that timing. Catching Mel just on the pull out of util. Now there's a problem. Shopify down to 3. Yeah, they got the big guns left, but that's still worrying. Jelly commanding a lot of attention, but Donut bails him out. How has she gone 2 from that? And now Daiki, from all that chance, it feels like it's been just brought to 0.
Just with the Ghost in her hand. I mean, Jelly was so close to throwing that stun out. Things could have been so different in this round. I wonder what stopped Jelly from go ahead and just ripping off that utility. Yeah. That timing would have been just beautiful with her teammates coming through on short A. But Shopify barely crossing the line here on this low buy.
Oh, and that was the work coming out from Donut just to get them back. Because I thought they were there at the right time. There's a chance to get a nice pinch with Jelly. Didn't quite get it. 10-4 now, and I told you the odds.
That's a good start.
So not right out Liquid, but it's getting towards the very end of things now. 10 is a lot to fight against. They have the buy. No ults to bank on here, though.
Noya, $4,000 in her pocket. Trying to be Warren Buffett. Gets taken out. Bizarro with a freebie. And that's a lot of damage on Issa, but this Molly going down and that Q orb up. Shopify are not going to be able to find an equalizer.
No, and they've lost control on the rest of the map. That's a scary factor too, right? We can see it. Georgina's already taken this walk. But they've got to check everything like someone's there. This is tough. So if they can re-clear, it opens up a big amount of the map here. The cross is being watched by Jelly though. And just crouched under. Really nice awareness from Alexis, but they aren't aware of this. Nah, Mel.
Oh
Mel?
my.
Mel, you're smart. It's a shame you couldn't quite get across the line there. Now it's Alexis with the spike. It's still Sarah on the other side, waiting on toward that B side of things. The out drone going to connect. So Alexis will be noted, but it has disrupted a little bit of the stack. Not too much, no big worries yet. Sarah trying to play in. Denied initially, and caught. Great work from Daiki. It's a bit worried she didn't quite consider that someone had slipped up. No, she's good on that.
30 seconds
This is
left.
4 alive. Yisa's got to be a bit careful just because she has no shield at this point. You'd like to keep her standing, keep those rifles in hand. For Alexis, do some damage if you can. 2 away from her ult, so that'd be lovely to have on.
And this Sage utility is just such a nuisance from both sides. The defenders,
10
both
seconds
Daiki and
left.
Alexis, finding so much value. Alexis would like to get away with any sort of kill, maybe a spike going down, but Team Liquid, they are playing this round to perfection.
Yeah, they
4
played that
members staying alive to take these guns into the next, building up that economy, building up that bank. And for Shopify, it all started with Noya, right? In this beginning portion of the map, she definitely tried to get away with murder. But you're really starting to see the power of Viper and the power of Sage together with their stopping power, that delay. If Shopify and Rebellion aren't able to force this trade or get that opening pick cleanly in their favor, they're always going to get stalled out.
That's what I want to see actually happen at this point. Push to their limits. Can they find quick problem-solving answers? Shopify don't even realize they have the keys to the castle. Look at this mid-walk. Mel, you are on a chopping board.
Oh!
Yeah, tagged up. She's going to be calling in the cavalry, asking for help here. Disconnected from the others. Do they continue forward or do they turn and fight? At this point, a bit disconnected. This is now getting tricky. Noya comes back around because the spike's over on this side, actually. This could be an issue. They got to fight for this.
Yeah, Dodo Nut's wondering what the heck should I do? Should I go help my team get the spike or should I go forward? She decides to go forward, and that's a huge punish from Sarah.
Yeah, and this is just to make sure the site's available. It is. Go, go, go will be the signal. Get on site, get the plant down. Liquid trying to get a little tricky themselves, trying to be a little bit slippery to pin down.
Careful here.
Jelly in the right place, got here early, played in a little by the contact towards top side spawn. Perfect. Jelly! That is the damage that she can do. And Alexis feeling the crunch from the other side, and they're now being surrounded. This feels hard to handle. Quick adjustment. They know that the pressure's coming in through CT. Mel, too many targets. Can't get away in time. Slowed down tap on the spike. They have to react to that. They have to decide if this is real. Now they go. Issa constricting the map. Team Liquid taking matters into their own hands. It's 6. We are back in business.
And we talked about this Sage utility coming up so clutch. Daiki, I don't think she even got a single kill, but just providing all the cover her team needs to get that half down. And things were so hectic this round, Lauren. Just the back and forth going around in A main. People were flanking. The spike was down. I mean, Dodo Nut, she didn't know whether to go forward or backwards for about 20 seconds. So Liquid completely taking advantage of just wreaking chaos. And that all started with 5 people pushing into mid.
Yeah, doing that when you're set on 5 to 10 in what could be your closeout map in a grand final. That takes guts. And it works for them. It works very well. That puts Shopify on notice. You're not going to have your way of things no matter the scoreline. We are still in this. Big contact here towards Georgina. Gonna get checked on, comes out swinging, does well. Dodo Nut set up. Alexis on the follow-up. Maybe they ain't done just yet. Jelly now called upon. 82 HP and stunned up. There's a problem. There's a res coming out. Man, they're putting everything to this.
Jelly, I can't believe she's still alive. Just barely seeing an elbow. Smoke goes down, gives her a little bit of cover. And right now, Issa hot on the flank. Jelly trying to buy some time.
Yeah, this is sketchy though. Jelly gonna try and keep them at least pinned towards the site, but it feels individual. Now trying to get back together. Noya takes a glance, takes a body, drops a body! Drops a second! Yeah, what do you do now? Daiki has to dig deep. It ain't happening! We missed it, I promised it was good though. The MasterCard thrifty. Bloody hell, that was wild.
After Team Liquid finally stabilized, finally starting to look like they're gonna make that comeback happen in this second half, and it's just Shopify responding with that straightforward hit. Mel, you gotta love it. The captain setting up her duelist for a freebie, and that ride or die certainly pays off for the side of Shopify. I thought things were gonna get dicey, especially when Noya got taken out, holding that flank. Issa doing so well to make something happen on this round, but Shopify, they are being decisive right now.
And this would be the map that they'd lose on, right? If they just took their foot off the pedal, they would be kicking themselves. But Liquid, that last time out coming in now. Time to talk, time to give it whatever you can. You have a map to play with, but do you want to go to Split? But the famous knowing that Split is the be-all and all roads lead to Split, and it's always a banger. Shout out to you. I paid a lot for that sign. I paid a lot for that. That's my day rate gone. Appreciate you. But still, in my mind, I want to see Split. I don't care who wins. I want to see it. Push it to the damn limit between these guys. Because again, the fact that Shopify have picked themselves up from what was an awful second half on Bind to come out like this on Sunset. The fact that Liquid are able to pick themselves up on Bind like that after a 9-3. Take us the distance, 11-6. Liquid, do you have anything to say? Is there anything left in the tank? We have a bite. We have an operator. Show me what you can do with a jelly. Oh!
Just the smallest of margins. Noya landing that one and is able to walk away now. Just gonna completely open the round up. We were talking about the power of this Viper, but just solo on this B site. She's gotta do a lot. She's got the Molly and the gas though, but none of her teammates are nearby. Bizarre at least has the Hunter's Fury.
Issa has been so good, but this is so much to handle. Diving face first into it. Bizarre gonna get one on the way out, but Mel is on her heels. Decides to temper her aggression. Slow it down, play off the util. There was someone on the way. Daiki was coming over as well. So the right call. Mel's got to be careful. Oh, what a banging swing from Mel. I said tempered the aggression, but only for a moment. Comes out swinging, smile on the face. She knows they are this close to Split. They know it's one more round.
That 3-2-1 pick, this opening operator from Noya. I gotta say, there was definitely a world I thought Issa might drop that Viper Molly, set up for a Hunter's Fury type of combo, but that heroic definitely did not come through, at least for the side of Liquid. In what might be one of the last rounds of this second half, they got 4 big power ultimates online.
And I love this though, Jelly. Decide if you're gonna die, die standing, don't die on your knees. They go forward, they take the fight, they fall so far. Oh! No! What an absolute nutty play! All right, they've just gone blow for blow. Both teams just gonna pick up the tempo. Georgina waiting, spots one, slides in, nice damage. Couldn't quite do more though. And it comes down to just Issa. A 1v4, and Noya sends them away. We're going the distance.